welcome back. Alright, so now what I'm doing is an ancestral type diet, kind of like what Weston A. Price talks about. If you don't know who Weston A. Price is, I would definitely recommend looking him up. He was a dentist that kind of proved the China study completely wrong, completely unfounded in science and health. And it's the China study that made America as unhealthy as it is, which is really sad, because America is really fucking unhealthy, you know? So, that was weird. Okay, anyway. The China study is what we based our dietary guidelines on. And as fucking soon as those took effect, bam, obesity epidemic. It's ridiculous how badly the China study fucked us up as a country, as a world, based on baseless bullshit. Anyway, so Ancestral. So, I come from European stock, obviously. Oh, I guess. Okay. Anyway. Alright. So, European stock, alright? Before the advent of Christianity, before the advent of the Roman Empire, before all of that shit 2,000 years ago, my people basically lived on, as Caesar described, meat and milk. Pretty much a ketogenic diet, right? So Germanic tribes who overthrew the Roman Empire eventually lived off of meat, milk, and fat. Alright? And we spent our time, I say we, but they spent most of their time, having fun, killing people, raiding villages, practicing the art of war, eating steak, cheese, all that happy stuff that's delicious. And then, our people got conquered eventually or converted into the religion of the desert, which is still so odd, because what would we have in common with the people of the desert? We were the people of the forests, the mountains, and the snow, and the really bad roads. Thank you, Mission Hills, California. We were the children of Thor, of Odin, of Wotan, of Tyr, and suddenly we're worshipping a carpenter. I don't know. And I don't say this as, an anti-Christian thing or a pro-Ancestral type Odinist thing. I just find it weird that not just us, not just the European religions, Anglo-Saxon, Norse, Germanic, what have you, but also everywhere else was just taken over by one of the Abrahamics. And why? I mean, we were violent, they were violent, and I guess they just won out. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me that they won. I mean, it's been over 1,000 years before, since Northern Europe converted by the end of the sword. And, I mean, Christianity itself, depending on which denomination and which thinker you're reading, is a beautiful religion. It has a lot of good philosophy, which is usually stolen from other cultures. And it's alright. I mean, it caused the Crusades, which was not a bad thing, at least initially. So the Crusades at first were justified, completely, 110% they were justified. The ones towards the end were more for monetary gain and, hey, let's fuck over the Byzantine Empire. But, you know, whatever. But, I mean, how's it doing now? How has Christianity served us lately? I mean, America's a Christian nation, right? But it's also a nation of degenerates. I mean, have you taken a look lately? I'm not going to get into specifics, mostly because, well, I don't want that kind of heat. But we are a nation of degenerates now. A lot of us are addicted to lots of different substances. We're all fat. A lot of people are addicted to pornography. A lot of people are just... everything's kind of just bad now. Christianity didn't save us. Christianity arguably made us worse. It had its highlights, but I think that was just grit that got us through that. And when that grit wore off, when times were soft, we got soft in more ways than one. We need something else, something better than Christianity to help us. Perhaps that something is not only an ancestral diet, but an ancestral